Hi, I'm W.B. Ward, and thank you for listening to this demonstration. But before I begin, let me remind you that in order for this to be successful, you must have 6 business cards and something with which to write. Now, yes, you could listen to this without them, but quite frankly, it would be kind of pointless, and really, it wouldn't make much sense. So, now, do they have to be business cards? Not really. It can be simply 6 small pieces of paper, but be sure they're small, preferably about the size of a business card, and be sure, by the way, that they're blank on one side. Now, in case you haven't gotten everything together just yet, just hit the pause button before going any further. If you already have your business cards and something to write with, be patient. You'll only hear a 5-second period of silence before we begin. So if you have to get your cards and pen ready, please hit the pause button now. Okay, everyone ready? Wonderful. Let's begin. Okay, pick up one of the business cards and sign your name to the back of it. Okay, now the card you sign will now represent your personality. You've done that? Great. Okay, now pick up another card. Write the number 2 on the back of it. Okay, now pick up another card and write the number 3 on the back of it. Now, as I'm talking, continue this process until all the cards have been numbered. And by the time you finish with this little project, you should have 1 card with your signature, 1 card with the number 2, 1 card with the number 3, 1 card with the number 4, 1 card with the number 5, and finally 1 card with the number 6. Now, how are we coming along on this little project? Oh, you're done already? Well, that's wonderful. Okay, now by following the instructions I have described, you have actually imprinted more than just ink or lead on those cards. Your signature actually imprinted the individual warmth of your personality, while the numbers you wrote cast a much colder aura into the fibers of the card. Now, what we are about to do is an experiment to see if it is possible to actually sense the difference between the warmth of your personality and the coldness of the numbers. Okay, let's begin. I just want you to lay aside the cards numbered 4, 5, and 6. I'll get to those in a minute. Just set those over to the side for the moment. But in your hands right now, all you should be holding is the card you signed, the number 2 card, and the number 3 card. Is that what you're holding? Great. Now, I want you to mix those 3 cards in your hand so that there would be no way possible I could know the order of them. Okay, you got them all mixed up? Wonderful. Now lay them in front of you from left to right so that you can see your own handwriting. Now, you see the cards? Okay, you see the writing you wrote down on each one of them? Now, listen to me very closely and follow my instructions to the letter, and nobody will be hurt. Okay, I want you to look at the... Look at 2 of those cards that you just laid down. Just look at 2 of them, any 2 of them. Now, whichever 2 you're looking at, I want you to switch them. Great, now they're mixed up just a little bit more. And I don't even know which 2 you switched. You've got the cards now in a random order that you chose, and I'm going to have you make a few choices on my behalf, but my choices are going to be made sight unseen. Now, here's what I mean by that. You see where the number 3 card is? You see where that is? Okay, no, don't tell me where it is. Just, do you see it? Okay. I want you to, listen closely, I want you to exchange that with whatever is to the right of it. Now, if there's nothing to the right of it, you don't do anything at all, okay? Great. You done? Okay, wonderful. Okay, now look at the card that you signed, and I want you to exchange it with whatever's to the left of it. And again, if there's nothing to the left of it, you don't do anything at all. Wonderful. Now, that finally leaves us with the number 2 card. I want you to exchange it with whatever's to the right of it, and as before, if there's nothing, you don't do anything. Okay, now the cards may or they may not be in a new order. It just depends on whether or not you actually exchanged anything. But whether or not you did, I would have no way of knowing. But in either case, all 3 of them should be laying in front of you in a row from left to right. Now, let's turn our attention to the 3 cards we haven't used yet, the 4, the 5, and the 6. Pick up any one of them, but just pick up one. Don't tell me which one you picked up. And listen closely. Take whichever card you just picked up, and I want you to lay it furthest to the right of the first 3 you've already laid down in front of you. Okay? Okay, now, you've got 2 more cards over to the right that you haven't used yet. I want you to pick up both of those cards. Take one of those and place it furthest to the left of the row in front of you. Now place the remaining card furthest to the right. Now you should have all 6 cards laying out in front of you, and since there is no way that I could possibly know which card you chose at which time, there would be no way I could possibly know the order in which they are laying at this moment. But just to be on the safe side, let's make one more change here. I want you to look at the even numbered cards, the 2, the 4, and the 6. You see where they are? I want you to think of just 2 of those. I want you to think of either the 2, the 4, or the 6. You got 2 of them in mind? Okay, great. When I snap my fingers, I want you to take the 2 cards you were thinking of and exchange them. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, exchange them. Okay, now the whole row is really mixed up. Okay, now listen closely. I want you to take your left hand. You can't miss it. It's that floppy thing at the end of your left arm. I want you to take your left hand and place it over the card that is furthest to the left. Okay, now I want you to take your right hand and place it over the card that's furthest to your right. I want you to simply concentrate on your hands, not on the cards that are underneath them. Okay? I'm feeling, yeah. Okay, my arms just went cold. So both of the cards underneath your hands have numbers on them. Get rid of those cards now. Just get rid of those cards you just had your hands on. Okay, you've got 2 new end cards now. I want you to take your left hand, place it on the one furthest to the left, and your right hand, place it on the card furthest to the right. Oh, wow. Okay, now I'm getting a bit of a mixed feeling. Okay, I tell you what. Leave your left hand alone. Just leave it right where it is, but get rid of the card that's underneath your right hand. Get rid of that one. Okay, now place your right hand over the new end card, but leave your left hand where it is. Okay, it's becoming a little clearer. As before, leave your left hand alone. Get rid of the card that's underneath your right hand. Okay, now place your right hand over the new end card that's on the right. Okay. All right, good. Okay, now get rid of the card that's underneath your right hand. Okay, that leaves us with only 1 card remaining. And unless I'm mistaken, your personality warmed through the internet because the only card remaining is the one which bears your signature. Now, is this what we do in our show? Well, not exactly. You see, what we do in the performance is a little more, shall I say, sophisticated? Yeah. Now, we might reveal the name of the very first person someone has kissed. We could reveal the childhood memories of someone else. We've duplicated drawings made by total strangers, even predicted the headlines in local newspapers. Plus, at the end, we even give a demonstration to show how it is possible to memorize an entire deck of cards in less than 60 seconds. It's entertaining, funny, and memorable. Contact us today by visiting us at wbward.com and navigating to the contact page, or you can contact me directly through my profile on MySpace, and the link to my MySpace profile is on the front of the website at wbward.com. Each show is tailored to your specific needs and designed custom for your audience. Book thinking is believing for your next event. It'll be a blast. This is WB Ward. Thanks for listening, and keep thinking those good thoughts.